Hello and welcome along to Mondo Chalavet Movies. My name is John, and this video is going to be unboxing from my good friend Dave Ramsden has sent me this package. Now, I'm going to try and do this in one take, which is going to be probably difficult. The reason why I want to do that is because Dave has sent this massive parcel by Parcel Force. We should call them Parcel Brute Force, actually, because when I knew Dave packs this incredibly well, but when I got it, I did say to him, says, "Look, Dave," says, "we've had a bit of issue with this." So he says, "I hope nothing's damaged inside." To be honest, I don't think anything is. But also, it's just the fact of when you pay for something, why do you have to get this type of thing happening? I would imagine that Parcel Force would be somebody who would take the parcel away for you, from you, because it wasn't packaged like this at all. Obviously, because Dave packages everything to the nth degree. And so, why would they take it away? They could just take it away, store it in the van, and then give it to me on the other end. Why do they have to sort of manhandle it? Don't know. But I'd said to Dave, I'm going to get this opened and I'm going to go, and do it in one take to hopefully make sure that everything in here is how Dave sent it. Now, if it's not like how Dave sent it, we can get in touch. You can get in touch with Parcel Force and say, by the way, take a look at this video and I'll have some compensation or however they do it. So, not that I probably need it, but nurse, scalpel, thank you very much. Yeah, I don't get it. I don't get it. Say if you paid for a service, say I want my shoes re-heeled, if that even happens anymore. And they say, right, there you go. We've put the heels on the wrong foot, on the wrong way around, and they're in a total mess. And we actually took the top of your shoes off. We took your steel toe caps out. You wouldn't be going, oh well, fair enough. It just seems these days with packaging, especially parcels, even when the bloke give it to us at the post office when I went to pick it up, I felt like saying to them, "Are you seeing the state of this?" But it doesn't seem to be a thing that anyone's eyebrows has raised anymore. Anyway, this this is chocolate block. I mean, this is heavy. I mean, Dave is just such an incredible guy, and we talk a lot on messages. Mo's have good chit chats about everything, and he's just a great guy, and I can't thank Dave enough. So, we've got a note on kitchen roll standard. Hey John, nice kitchen roll actually. Hey John, hope you're keeping well. Here's the latest box of supplies, along with a few Blu-rays and a chunky batch of slips. Enjoy, Dave and Jill. I certainly will, Dave and Jill. That's brilliant, and it's nice to see you utilising our favourite mode of communication, kitchen roll, and it's got a nice grade to it. So what I'll do is I will take the stuff out. I will unbox this quite quickly and then talk about the stuff at length afterwards, just so I can check to see that all of this is actually here. And now there's big holes in this box, as you can see, and I don't think there's any. They would have said if there's something here that was like small, it would have fallen out. If it has, and I'm pulling the stuff out and Dave can't see everything that he sends, then it's time for him to get in touch with the people. But we've got the evidence of this video. So first up are these amazing double. These are brilliant. These are for your double vinyl gatefold sleeves. You put them in and it protects them. I mean, I'm starting to buy vinyl like it's going out of business, and these are absolutely incredible. I can't thank Dave enough for introducing me to these things, because I do want to keep this new vinyl I'm getting in tip-top condition. I don't want to make mistakes I did as a kid, but I did used to keep it in good condition until it got water damaged. Oh my God. Actually, I've just been going through I've been bagging up my vinyl singles actually, and I thought there was going to be not that many, but there's loads of them. But there's another one, I had some great singles, and some of them are just long gone, or I sold them off. But so that's double vinyl protective sleeves. They are incredible. They really are. And also, so some of these single vinyl. These are, I'm saying the single that you just put them in, fold a flap over, protect them. Got quite a few of them. If it's a single one, they all go in here. Double ones obviously all go in there. Absolutely brilliant. They're just so good. And also, these are amazing as well. And I'm using a lot of these because I'm finding that a lot of these companies, when they're selling you these very expensive albums, they're not putting these liners in, which is these poly liners. Now, these are great. They can just go in there. They can go into the sort of inner sleeves, and you protect your vinyl from birth when you get it. So that's amazing. And those do get used all the time. I've got still got some from Dave from the last time you sent them. So they're downstairs, and I'll put them with them. But can't thank you enough for them. As you know, they'll it's great to get something you can just use straight away, and those will be used up. I can tell you that much. So next up, Dave did say to me, "Would you like some blank cases? Because he's getting rid of some. He's going to just bin them." And I says, "Well, actually, I'll go and have a look through my shelves." So I said, "Yeah, I've got about 10 sort of Blu-rays." He says, standing on the knife. So the likes of this, with this monkey sticker on, thank you CEX, and you can't get it off. And the box isn't too good as well. It's got all this garbage on it. So I asked him, and he said, "Yeah, so I'll send them over to you." So yeah, if you haven't seen it, it's a great film. This Deadheads, or as we say in Geordieland, Deed Heeds. So these boxes are we'll replace them. Yeah, I think David sent a few double ones as well because I think there's a couple of double ones. I think Death Race, the Jason Statham one. I think that's a bit manky as well from CX, of course. So oh, well, there's a lot of these. So that's a sort of the bigger one with double. Then there's some single ones, and I think yes, that's a US double one. Yeah, I think there's some in there I can swap over because sometimes when you get them little clasps that fold over and they don't actually work anymore, I think I've got a couple of them. Living Dead at the Manchester Morgue, I think springs to mind. But those will get used. I'll go through the shelves and I will sort of swap them out because when you get a monkey box, it sort of kind of reflects on your collection. I think if people are thinking, not that they come in and say, "What are you doing with that?" But you know what I mean. So there's some. Oh, oh wow! Look at that Shameless box. Wasn't expecting that. Now the Shameless boxes are great because, well, I'm saying great. The stand on the shelves, my Shameless stuff is over there in the Blu-ray. But obviously, what happens is if that gets busted, I think one of them is cracked. You can't just walk into a shop and get them because obviously it's got the Shameless stamp on there as well. So that's so niche, you'd have to buy another Shameless one for that, if you know what I mean. That takes you down the rabbit hole. That's going to be used. That's amazing. But obviously as well, some a clear a clear case. I'm sure there's some Arrow ones over there. Actually, I think there's a Woody Allen one up there that's absolutely manky from where did it come from? CEX. In a black Blu-ray case. It was funny when these started coming out, especially when you've got the black 4K. You thought, what's going on here? But yeah, it's a thing, isn't it? So there's a few that I like putting in the black cases when the actual covers look like they should be in a black case, if you know what I mean. So that's great. Put them over there. I can see, I can see as well. Now he's so generous with these slipcovers, and I've got a stack of them downstairs. And he did say to us, he was said there was a couple of movies he was wanting to just sort of like move on. He says, would I care for them? And I says, well, I've got them, or some of them. But I said, what about the slipcover on one of them? He says, oh yeah, I'll put that in for you. And I'll not be opening these on this part of the video. I'm going to go through this, and then I've opened that, and then I know exactly what I've got. I'll come back another time. You'll not see it, the cut. It'll just be me. 2 seconds later, coming on and saying what I've got. But look at that one. Bowie, Moon Age Daydream Blu-ray. I know it's come out in a special edition 4K. Probably that's what Dave's went for. He's a huge fan of David Bowie. Who isn't? He's just what is it? David Bowie is. That's all you need to know about that. Can't wait because I haven't watched this one yet, but I did get it from. Actually, I got it from HMV, and I didn't really realize. No, I did get it from CX, but I didn't realize it even come with a slip. So those would be brilliant. I'm saying those would be brilliant, and also as well, these are heavy. These are the protective cases for the sort of Blu-rays, 4Ks, steelbooks especially. It's just these are it's so generous to receive these and also to get used. I've put the vinegar syndrome ones always getting put in here because I want to keep them in. They're just so spectacular. I know I keep going on about their slipcovers, but until you get one, you just don't know how good them slipcovers are. They're just a collector's dream. So there's the protective cases, and I'm going to look at other ones to put in here. I think I might start putting some Criterion in here actually. Yeah, why not? So that's excellent. I'm rushing through this, but I want to rush through it so I want so Dave to see that there's nothing actually damaged in here. Some more cases. I'm saying there's always a bad case, and it's always from CX. So I'm like a parrot, don't I? Uh-huh. Yeah, I will definitely look into swapping out some of these. And actually, even if they don't really need swapping out, it'd be good if I get anything from CEX to have this case might come in very handy down the line. Brilliant. They're so good these actually to stand out. I just wish Shameless would release more, if you know what I mean. They're very slow in releasing their stuff. There's another thin Blu-ray. Also a black case, a thin Blu-ray, and two clear cases. Amazing. What Dave has done, he's been consolidating his collection, so that's why he's got these spare cases, and he's putting them all, together to save space. Actually, you know, every collector's curse. I mean, my shelves are getting nearly full, but I'll talk about that probably in a different video and what I'm going to do next. There's no more shelves going up. I've been told that's it. I mean, I can get some space over the door. I mean, Alan Kermit's ghost did say to us, "Why don't you build some shelves over there?" Well, I told Alan that I'd said, yeah, I did broach the subject with Deborah, and she was like, absolutely not. So that was my answer to that. So in here at this moment, there's another box. Excellent. Put it over there. Actually, I'm saying that. I think they have struck. Seen that, Dave? No good. And there's no way on earth you would send that to me like that. So I know it's only a case, but it is broken. They have damaged the goods. Yeah. It's unusual and it's unusable. So one damaged item, unfortunately. So before you see this video, I will be speaking to Dave and just say, look, this is what's happened. What do you want to do about it for your own, for yourself? So these ones are individually. I mean, Dave could not have wrapped these up better. So for the thought of these things just getting manhandled, it's just not good. So here is, oh, I need my scalpel again. If I can find it, here it is. Like I say, it's not as if he just chucked everything in here and just says, ah, whatever. He's paid for a service and not really got it. So this is the second time this has happened with Dave. And actually, I've got a parcel down there. It's just come this morning, and that's been put, and that's perfect. So it can be done. And I know that the people who send me this don't send it in sort of like a trashy box. It's a good box. But yeah. So this David said to me, he said he's going to get rid of some. He says any of these that you would like, and I had a look through and I says, oh, could I have a first dibs on these ones, please? So first up in here, like I say, you can put these in the packages. So he's got all this in. So what he's doing is he's basically saying, I want these to reach me in the best condition. Yeah. So the first one here Dave has sent me is Dawn of the Dead, the Blu-ray, the remake. Now this is I'm going to say, what is it? Is it Shout Screen Factory? I can't see it. Maybe it's not. Doesn't look like Screen Factory because that's red, isn't it? But anyway, look at that slip. This is amazing. I'm just going to go through these quickly, and I'll come back at the end of this video and I'll talk to you at length about these ones. I'll probably put some screenshots under them as well. That's great. I don't own this movie. I did remember when I first saw it, I was quite surprised that it didn't do more with the mall, but I did like the fact, it's Zack Snyder, yeah. I did like the fact that the zombies were like running. That was really scary at the time because there's hardly any running zombies. So that's Dawn of the Dead, 2 disc set. Amazing. It's great to get a movie that you've been kind of looking at for ages and you just haven't got it. Amazingly packed as well. So next up is Ginger Snaps Trilogy. Now I remember seeing Ginger Snaps a long time ago, and I really enjoyed it. But I know it's coming out. I didn't know. I didn't actually know there was a trilogy of this. I thought there was two of them. But I know it's come out recently, probably in a 4K or a better sort of like updated version. But this is amazing to get all the three films on here, and it's one of those movies that I saw, I really enjoyed, but I have no recollection of what happened in it. I mean, it was a while ago, wasn't it? So that's the Ginger Snaps trilogy. Try saying that after 50 pints. So you can see there, it's been hoofed. No need. It's a shame I'm going to have to run through these, rush through them, just rush through them to make sure that everything was correct so I can get in touch with Dave. Shame about that case mind, isn't it? Why would you want anything sent to you? Ah, what? I'm thinking, what's this? I do remember we talked about this. This was great when he said, would you? And I said, yes, please. So the last item, and by no means least item that Dave has sent me is the complete 7 movie collection of Chucky. Now, I'm a fan of Chucky, and I did really like the first movie, which I've got on a Blu-ray from John Ho. But I've always had my eye on this one, but never pulled the trigger. And no doubt Dave would have got the 4K coming up. And I always wanted, look at this. You know, I mean, come on. It's ridiculous that Dave's went to this length for it to be treated badly. That's the main part about this. It's just disrespectful, if that's a word I can use, and if it is a word I'm going to use. So they fit into there. I will put them in back into there. I'll show you later. But this is great. This. Now I know I've seen definitely 1, 2, and 3. And then after that, I get a bit sketchy on which ones I've seen. I know I've seen a few of them, but I just don't know exactly which ones are. And I always get mixed up. So it'd be nice to have them all here, in a pack and say, right, this is what they are. I am now going to watch them fully. So I want to thank Dave once again for thinking of me and sending this across to me in perfect condition. No thanks to Parcel Force, but amazing. It's amazing that Dave has done this. Them vinyl sleeves as well are just absolutely incredible. I've bought a few recently, which you'll see on videos. And yeah, so I've got all these. So yeah, so I can't thank Dave enough for doing this. And I will add a little bit more into this end of this video and talk about the other things, maybe show a few things that I've actually put into, maybe vinyl things, which, well, actually I won't, because if I do that, then you know what's one's coming up in the future. I like them to be surprises. So, okay, so I'll go and mooch around these sets and I'll be back in 2 seconds, or in real life, it'll probably be about a day. Okay, so I'm back. So those 2 seconds I was away for you, it was about 3 days for me. So I just want to thank Dave once again, and I'm going to say that the video that I'm going to do is going to be in 2 parts, or maybe in 3 parts, because I've done the video for unboxing all of these and going through them, but it's actually about an hour long in the rough cut. So I'm going to leave that for a separate video. So this is going to be one of 2 or one of 3 perhaps. Firstly, I'll show you a couple of things that I've swapped out of the boxes. That dead head's there, completely pristine now. That was one of those things that you could not get that sticker off. It was like literally ingrained. Actually, the box was wrecked from trying to scrape it off. I've just noticed on here, it says directed by the Pierce brothers, sons of the Evil Dead special effects photographer, Burt Pierce. Never knew that. If you can't find this, I imagine it'd be pretty cheap in CX. Do get it. Also with the Shameless boxes, I've got two here. And what I've done is I've put the two I've got from Dave on here because the two I had originally on here. I don't know if it shows up in the video. I don't think it will. But these are a slightly different yellow to this one. They're more like a greeny yellow. These are more like the proper yellow of the other ones. So yeah, I know what you're going to say. It doesn't matter that much. But for uniformity purposes, these ones are exactly the same as the other ones. So I put them together. Also the Blu-rays, and I'll put some screenshots of this. Dawn of the Dead. Now, I've checked this out and I've got a screenshot to show you. And I'm pretty sure that this was playing all right on my 4K player. So I don't think this was region A locked. So what I'll do is I'll put something up there to tell you if it's definitely region free or not. This is Scream Factory. I didn't think I said that properly on the first bit of the video. And yeah, so I do want to revisit this again because it's been a long time since I've seen this. And I thought the picture quality is meant to be a little bit less than the other ones. But to be honest, when I saw it, the light scenes are light and the dark scenes are dark. That's the way I'm going to put that. Some of the scenes you can see that it's a bit darker than you would expect. It's kind of the darker you would get with a 4K without the 4K bump up the picture quality, if that makes any sense. And as I've said before, these protectors keep these movies in fantastic condition. So that's Dawn of the Dead. Next up is the Ginger Snaps trilogy. Now, these movies are on three different discs. I like it when they do that. They don't have to, but they do that, and that's good enough for me. Yep, three different discs. You do get reversible art, and to be honest, no, the reversible art does put the A certificate on there, which I don't want, and obviously David swapped this round. So when I put this on, I was expecting, in my mind, I was expecting one to look pretty good, two to look pretty good, and three to look pretty, well, just average because I thought, the third part doesn't get talked about that much. I didn't even know there was a third part out there. I bet it looks kind of maybe TV qualities if it's been like TV movie, how you get them. Like the third part's like a bit of an afterthought. Quite the reverse. The first and second one do look good, but the third one actually looks like a 4K. Could not believe the quality of it. And it's pristine condition, as you see from the screenshots. Obviously, the first one will be from the first one, second one from the second one, third one, which is stunning quality from the third movie. It seems like for me that I can only remember parts of the first one. Don't remember anything about the second one. Definitely haven't seen the third one. Third one looks like it takes place in the past. But really, really do want to check these out. I will try and get them all watched in one go. Well, I'm going to say it one after another because that's the way I like to do franchises or trilogies. I'd like not to go back to them like months afterwards because you kind of sometimes forget where you're up to in the story. And if the story continues, all the better. Also, which was good, these two girls appear in all three movies. I thought it wasn't the case. I thought you might got these characters might have been taken over by other actors, but it wasn't, which I think is great. Can't wait to watch this. That's the Ginger Snaps trilogy. Last up, and by no means least, is the Chucky Collection, 7 movies. Now, when I was looking at this before, I thought that these fitted into here and they actually flipped over, but that doesn't, you can take this out as like a block and then you shut this when they're in here and that keeps them secure. Obviously, Dave in those other cases did put the regulation things that stop the disc falling around. Brilliant. It works a treat. It's brilliant. If you don't do it, you should do it when you send stuff. Now I'm really intrigued to see this. Now what I did was I've got a screenshot from the first one. I haven't took screenshots from the rest of them. I do want to get now. I've been looking for a franchise to watch, and obviously I've got the Friday the 13th I've talked about. I haven't watched any of those yet, and I do want to get a franchise on the go. And because I only watch about 10 movies in a month, this one will probably take up the full month. But I do want to get into it. I do want to watch them subsequently, if that's a word, and I want to, be involved in the world of Chucky. Because sometimes I think when I watch a Chucky movie, when I watched them in the past, many years go by before I get to the next one, and I kind of lose all thread of whether or if they do follow subsequently. That's a new word for the day. And yeah, so honestly, I can't thank Dave enough for all of this stuff. You haven't seen the screenshots. You haven't seen those slipcovers yet. I'm telling you what, there's some cracking slipcovers in there. For now, this I can't thank Dave enough for all this. And these things here that he's sending me are absolutely great. And I mean, I haven't got them in the collection. They're in the collection now. That's where they'll stay. And this will live in there as well, as you know. And yeah, so I want to thank Dave and Jill once again for doing this for me. I really, really appreciate this. And these are some welcome additions to my collection with some stunning picture qualities and obviously I've been looking at that for quite a while, just never pulled the trigger on it, and now it's here. Now I can get stuck into it. So keep an eye out for part 2, and there's some cracking slip covers in there. So thanks for watching. You take care, especially you, Dave and Jill, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.